Detroit. Shout out to Podcastic. And shout out to the network group. What y'all network do? What y'all do? What y'all do? Tap in. It do, what it do, what it do. Podcastic, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Groove Radio. It's your girl, the Network Junkie, which is gonna always keep you updated to the latest what's happening. Oh, the camera's over here today, y'all. I'm trying to remember. I'm at my home studio. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Networking After Dark with your host, the Network Junkie. Did you miss me? Did you miss me? I missed y'all. What y'all network do? My network, we vibe. And we about to vibe out today. We about to catch up mustard. Oh my gosh. That is today's topic. As y'all coming on in, make sure you share the broadcast. Share the broadcast with a friend. Tag someone that may need to hear this message. We about to talk about how we need to catch up with our brand. How are we showing up? How are we paying attention to the things that's right in front of us that can actually we can benefit off of, but we just been kind of a little behind, and we just might need a little catching up. So I got some video clips that I'm going to share with y'all on how our bodies and our everyday lifestyle can actually help us in our business, in our communications with other, in our social lives. So we're going to talk about it. So again, share the broadcast. It's your girl, the Network Junkie. Obviously, they call me the Network Junkie because I get high off of this. I get high off of connecting, making business make sense, making sure my people got a message to be able to just ponder on sometimes. Sometimes you just sit back and just need to be like, you know what? Different perspectives sometimes open up other things. So I'm just here to just, share a little bit of my views as I dream out loud while living a dream. So I got Facebook over here. We got Miss Joanne. She said she shared. Thank you, Miss Joanne, for sharing the broadcast. Yes, yes. I'm also on Instagram. And then I'm on. For those that cannot watch me right now, you can go over to Groove Radio Detroit /media and make sure you hit streaming and you can see me live or listen to me right now live, and then YouTube, Simply Podcasted. So, why did I choose the topic catch up mustard? I was actually in the middle of a conversation with someone in the network, and they was just like, I had said something, they was like, "You better catch up mustard," and I was like, "What? Don't do that." And it was just like on point, and we was just talking about how a lot of the times we lack different resources just because we don't have the knowledge of them, So I'm here to just share a few things that may give you a little help, a little assistance, a little tidbit on your journey as you dream out loud with me as well. Because we are our brand, we got to remember when we showing up, we're showing up as our brand as well. So when we show up as ourselves, that's when we going playing mama. That's when we're doing our other duties, our wifely duties, and all of that stuff. But when we show up as our brand, we need to make sure that that's how we're showing up. And in doing so, we have to realize our mental has a lot to do with how we carry ourselves on a day-to-day basis. First off, if you was your own boss, because you are, right, because you're an entrepreneur, right, you doing your thing. So being your own boss, how would you rate yourself? Like, would you give yourself tardies, give yourself passes for just showing up late all the time? Would you give yourself, the okay, you didn't get the project finished, you half-ass did it, but it's okay because it's I'm the boss. Like, you have to really pay attention to how you show up. If you're expecting others to support your business, to look at your product or the services that you provide in a matter that you see it as, because we all see our businesses as being, top notch, like we just, we doing our things. But then when you sit back and really think about it, are we really caught up on our bills? Are you sure that you have your trademarks? Have you caught up on making sure that no one else has your name? Do you have an LLC? Are you prepared for an LLC? Because you don't have to rush into getting the LLC, but you do have to prepare yourself for when that day comes. So is your paperwork lined up? How much do you need to catch up, Mustard? I'm just saying. I had to sit back and realize I had paperwork that was sitting around that I needed to actually catch up on. And I was like, geez, I know that that's the next step, but I was falling short because I was, had my hands in too much. And that's another thing on your plate. What's all on your plate? Have you really sat back, like pulled away from the table for a moment and just looked at your table and looked at your plate and see what's all on it? Is it too much? Are your eyes bigger than your stomach? I'm just saying, it's time for us to catch up. No, when I'm late, I feel so bad. Oh my gosh. I was just saying today I wanted to come on and I was going to be on time. One of the things that I used to suffer from was tardiness. Is tardiness. I still be having some issues, y'all. I'm dreaming out loud while living the dream. So I'm gonna be honest right in front of y'all as well. I have got better. I wonder if my partner's on here. She can vouch that I got better. But seriously, how do you show up? How do you show up? How do you represent your brand? Because I can say, hey, I want you to come support me and I want you to pay top dollar for my services. But what type of services am I going to really provide for you if my mental is off? If I'm not taking care of my website. So I'm not, you can't even go purchase something off my website because I ain't paid my website bill. So how often do we allow things to fall behind, but then had a nerve to talk about somebody else? Shame on you. Shame on you. It's time to catch up, monsters. I'm just saying. How are y'all showing up? How are y'all showing up? Another thing, I was just, it's the beginning of the month. I want to find out what's going on. So y'all make sure y'all call in and let us know what's happening. That's 248-854-9850 live on Podcastic. Let us know what type of projects y'all got going on this month. Where we need to be showing up. Call in and drop y'all links on what y'all doing. I know it's a couple Thanksgiving events that's gonna be coming out. I'll definitely be going to put in my hands and making sure that I'm giving, as I do every year. But what are y'all going to be doing? I don't celebrate the holiday, but I definitely give because that's just what I do, and I enjoy doing that. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, well, I just got a Ricka remix. Today, we're not going to be taking any calls because I'm at my home office right now, and we're just testing out this, doing it here because, like I say, we're going to be doing a few of these home studio shots. So if I need to keep a line open, I would be able to do so as well. So again, we just catching up. We just catching up. I want to know what's happening. And as I share with y'all what's going on. As y'all know, Facebook probably about to be like non-existent. The little dude, he catching an attitude and everything because all he's known for, everybody keep looking at him as the one that created Facebook. So he say, I'm so much more than Facebook. So he's having a little hissy fit, and plus he's getting mad because he's taking advantage of the actual platform, and he's sending him. He's getting rich off of the back end, the front end, the middle, and everything. So whatever his Zimper, I can't even pronounce his name. Y'all know me and names don't get along. But the guy that actually put Facebook together, he's kind of over Facebook right now. So one of the things I was wondering, like, so if he get done with Facebook, is Instagram still gonna be popping? Because I actually like Instagram better myself. I said I'm about to catch up because Instagram is doing numbers. That's where I get most of my sales, most of my support, most of my engagement is taking place over at Instagram. Can anybody else relate? But yeah, so far as the matrix, and y'all know that's why I'm here. I only showed up to tap into the matrix. So I'm on a few different networks, but I'm noticing Instagram is doing fairly well in sharing and allowing you to utilize the platform for your business the way that you choose. And it has some awesome business tools as well. And then YouTube, I'm really feeling YouTube as well. And YouTube, you can actually place that a little bit of anywhere. So as we tapping into the matrix, because it's so much bull that's being pushed out, you know, in this matrix that we live in right now, we need to make sure that we are being impactful, that we're actually putting some good content, some information that somebody can actually take and apply to their lives, because it's enough of the ass shaking. Oh my, are y'all tired of these old plastic Barbie ass bodies? Every time you look around, it's an ass, and it's a, hey, it's networking after dark. Excuse my language, but hey, it ain't excuse. It's ass thick everywhere, and they all look the same. Guys, are y'all okay with just seeing the same asses and the same boobs? Catch up, mustard. I mean, like, what's original? First, y'all say y'all want natural, but then ain't a lot of naturals out here no more. Everybody saying that they want the LA body. They saying in order to be on television, you have to get you a LA body. Like that means going to get your little BBL, your mommy makeover type thing. Now, don't get me wrong. I definitely want to get this belly of mine together, and I don't know what I might do with this belly, but I'm like, geez, why do women feel like they have to cut your body, put some bull crap in your body that about 10 years later you definitely gonna probably have to take up out of you, because of the damage that it's gonna do to you. to please a man that's probably not even gonna want you, because then he gonna talk about you later about like how you unreal you are. Like, it's kind of backwards to me. I'm just saying, I think y'all should catch up, mustard. And dudes, if I keep seeing y'all with y'all pants down up under your ass showing your drawers, you might as well just don't wear any pants. Just go out here with your drawers on. I might respect you better like that. But stop having your sis out. That is just so nasty. And you're over 18 years old. To me, the babies, they only mimicking y'all. But you 40 years old and got your pants up. Catch up, mustard. You know where it originated from. So are you just opening up that welcome? Are you just saying welcome in? Asses up. I'm just saying. If you just tuning in, we catching up, mustards. We just catching up with the what's happening. I just decided to use that little lame little joke right now just to tap into the network and have y'all really think about how far we are behind off of really the small things that we can take care of. Like, we got to make sure as we tapping into the networks that we are showing up how we are saying that we are. You are your brand. You are your brand. That is your baby. It's nobody else's responsibility to take care of that baby but you. So you can't get disappointed when people say, okay, well, I need you, why is your product late? Or why is it half wrapped? Like, why haven't you melted off yet? Wink, wink. Geez. Like, why are you late? Like, so catch up with your own priorities before you go into someone else's backyard. Right now, we need to learn how to help one another, show up, help hold each other accountable, for our actions, instead of just saying, oh, that person's they're get it, they're eventually will get it, they'll understand later, or they will catch up. Yes, but sometimes it's okay to grab somebody and say, come on, baby, catch up. You don't have to stop. You don't have to stop in your tracks. You can still jog a little bit, and just say, come on, baby, catch up. That's what this message is about. And as I share a little knowledge with y'all gonna have to go on over to Podcastic to check out this video. And I might be able to kind of flip it around and show you a little bit, just in case for those that can't go over. But I'm about to share with you a little bit about how the water. Now, we know 70% of our bodies is made out of water, right? And all around us is all different type of sound frequencies, right? I'm just catching y'all up a little bit. I got to drop them little jewels. So, with that being understood, I want y'all to check this video out on how the frequencies of sounds affects our body, because again, 70% of our bodies is made out of water. So, be mindful of what you listen to. Be mindful on how you keep that water. Don't put a lot of sugar and a lot of pop and juice in your body. Make sure you keep that water living. The first thing you drink in the morning, I suggest for everyone, is a glass of water. That's saying thank you to your body for waking up. Just thank your body every morning with just a sip of water. I'm telling you, to change your life. Anyway, I'm about to get ready to get into this first commercial, which is water and sounds and how it affects the frequencies in your body. Check it out. So right commercial. Hey y'all, I gotta tap it in. I got y'all. I'm on bad. Hey Instagram, make sure y'all go over to Simply Podcasting. Ooh. Okay, I think I got a little interference with my video. How is that now, Elbud?
Good to go. We back.
Am I still freezing up? We're back. We good. We good. Peace and power. How did y'all like that video? Like, wasn't that cool? Like, I did get to show a couple of the actual viewers on Instagram and Facebook. Ooh, excuse me, guys. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, I did get to show them how the sound actually it like, how do you say that? Deformed the water. It just had it do some old cool things. And then did you see how it went into the swirl just like the DNA? Like, and that was just playing the music though. Like, music is so powerful. Powerful. Didn't see it too much. Okay, well, yes, you actually have to go over to Simply Podcastic on Facebook or either on YouTube to actually catch the next video. I got two more commercials as well that you can go check out. Again, for those that's just now tapping in, thank you. Thank you. You are now tuned in to Networking After Dark with your host, the Network Junkie, which is going to always keep you updated to the latest what's happening. And what's happening right now is we just catching up. We just catching up with time right now. And the title of this is Catch Up Mustard. So we just making sure that we recognize the small things that we may have overlooked. So again, understanding that we are made out of 70% of water. Our heart is made out like, oh my gosh, we just got a lot of water going on. I don't know the exact numbers right now, and I don't want to misquote them, but a lot of our heart has a lot of water. Our brain has a lot of water. Our organs, our bodies alone has a lot of water. So just imagine the different sounds that you put up in your headphones, that you listen to as you go to sleep, as you ride to work. Do you know how sometimes when you're on your way to work, you can put on some tunes and you be like in a cool spirit when you got out of bed, but you put on that song that reminds you of your ex, or that song that reminded you of either a good time, bad, it don't matter, because sometimes when the music is that good music, that feel good music, it had you feeling good. So the whole point of that is just letting you know, be mindful, be very mindful on what you actually put in your body. Be mindful of the tunes that you allow, the frequencies that you allow to enter in, because it interferes with the way that you conduct yourself by day to day. And when you don't really pay attention, you'll start picking up on different behaviors and habits that you not that once upon a time you didn't have, and you be like, I wonder why I'm so angry all the time. But your new song is, I don't know the names of songs, so I don't want to misquote something, but you got an angry song that you like listening to all the time. So then the atmosphere is saying, because your subconscious is picking up on it, and it's saying, okay, well, I guess this is what it wants. So your subconscious is very powerful because you can bring on what you think. Again, the power of the law of attractions. So understanding that it's time for us to catch up and utilize our frequencies, utilize what we put in our bodies, utilize what we eat, because that's another thing I wanted to talk about. You'll be surprised on changing your diet. Changing your diet can make you feel so much more confident in life. And when you're confident in life, you walk different. Your movements is different. Your head is up a little higher. You care about others a little more. Your love is more bright. Your light shines brighter. So be careful, because a lot of the foods, unfortunately, that we go to, these fast food, these restaurants, that we like, these crab boils and all of this extra butter and cholesterol, a lot of that stuff, oh, excuse me, y'all, my back is starting to get to me. Whew, 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 I had to kind of move it around a little bit. Um, Hold on, let me get Instagram back going. Peace and love, peace and love. I see y'all over there. Make sure y'all share the broadcast, share the broadcast. I appreciate all of y'all for tuning in. Again, I gotta get a shout out to my sponsor. Shout out to Podcastic. Man, L Book holding it down over there, best engineer in town. Shout out to Miles. Make sure y'all go check out Grind and Shine. Grind, Rise and Grind. What is it? Rise and Grind. Yes, every morning. And that's Mondays through Fridays. I think it's like 9 to 10. So make sure y'all go check that out as well. The Queen's Treasure Jewels still got frames too over here, framing the whole city. And then I'm talking about them walls will never be boring again. I'm so grateful to just know someone that can keep the walls, because that's another thing. Like visually seeing, bright colors can actually make your mood that much brighter. When you're in a dull space, when you're looking at a dull wall, or just dull colors, it makes you kind of dull. It makes you kind of boring, kind of, eh, the purge type of thing. Like, have y'all paid attention to the color scheme of Detroit now? To me, I think of the purge. If you just, as y'all ride around, look at all the colors of the buildings. It's that gray, and then that dark charcoal gray or black. Like, pay attention. I mean, I'm just saying, catch up, mustard. I've been paying attention. I've been riding around the city. Well, I just started really, like last night. I just couldn't sleep. I was like, you know what? I'm just about to get up and pray for my city. My city is just going through. I'm currently in Detroit, Michigan. For those that's watching, make sure y'all tap in and tell us where y'all coming in from. Again, I'm coming in from Detroit, Michigan, and I'm just like, we are hurting. We are mentally hurting and physically dying off of it. You know, our mental has not been like this, I think, ever. Like that pandemic, like really was like a domino effect. Y'all remember when we were so excited for the new year? We was like, woo, woo. I'm mad I can't really move like I want to, because y'all know I'm just extra, but I can't right now. But y'all know, like when we was so excited, like, oh, 2020, we about to whoop, whoop, whoop. And how it just was like, dude, board in the house, in the house, board in the house, in the board, like everybody became a TikTok. Oh my gosh, we became radio junkies. Oh my gosh, people picked up eating habits. People got into domestic violence and anger. People didn't know who their children was. They felt bad. People was dying left and right. It was just, and then it's just a domino, 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 and we're still going through it. And we can't forget about the unemployment fraud, on how the mental of not having something, and then you have something, then you get greedy, and then boop boop boop, and now the aftermath of that is a lot of people going to jail. They still got families to take care of. They still got kids. Like, it's still affecting individuals. How do we help? We help, in my opinion, not a doctor or anything, but I think we should start to really focus on our mental, because we need to grasp that back. Because a lot of people have that I don't give a attitude. A lot of people have, because of what we're listening to, what we're visually seeing, what we and taking into our bodies, that's tearing down our immune system, that's making it easier for us to contract all of these different viruses. That damn mask ain't doing shit. In my opinion, is not doing anything. Again, I ain't a doctor, but I didn't talk to more than a couple, and the mask ain't doing anything. The best thing is to practice your best protocols. How do you do that? Eat healthy. Stop putting all that grease in your body, all that sugar, all that salt, all that mucus, because what that mucus build up is just gonna allow anything to come in and just take over. Again, I'm coming in from Detroit. It's your girl, the Network Junkie, Network Junkie, JUNKIEY, because I get high off of this. I get high off of pushing information out. And it's November, the beginning of the month. So I just had to keep y'all updated to what's happening. So I'm just like, catch up, mustards, because it's so much happening in front of us. Guess what? It's election time. It's election time. Gotta give a shout out also to my girl. I know I ain't really talking about Detroit, because I got my views on those that's doing in Detroit, and I'm watching a couple, so I'm gonna make sure I do my thing. But in Taylor, Michigan, Asha Tyson, make sure y'all go vote for her. First woman over there, black African woman. woman period, but African American person period to ever sit on city council. And well, this close to sitting on city council. She passed the primary, excuse me, last election. So I need y'all to make sure anybody that's in Taylor, make sure y'all go support her. Go beep y'all horns. Go make sure that y'all show that y'all support what she got going on. She also has some different things that she has in store for y'all, and I'm gonna let her share with y'all later. But make sure y'all go support my sister over there in Taylor, Michigan as well, Miss Tyson. Shout out to you. Yes, yes. But yes, make sure you go vote and make sure if you don't know what's on there, just go Google tonight. Catch up, mustard. Just go catch up, mustard. I'm just saying. Just go find out who's running for what. This is how simple it truly is. Go find out who's running for what. And this is how you learn. Because I don't like telling people what to actually like the actual step, because then you're gonna try to do whatever I say. You're gonna be more so on my you know, support, like whatever I say, who I'm a vote for based off. No, I need you to go look up who these individuals is, what they have done, because they give, and don't just look at the first little video, just take a couple hours, It matters. It matters. Your votes matters. And make sure that we start voting in the city, the small meetings matter, guys. We got to start showing up. It's so many people that's not showing up to just the regular local meetings. And this is where we live. This is where we live. And there's so many local laws being passed. And we just be at work, be sitting on the couch or doing some serious work sometimes. But I'm just saying we have to make sure that we pay attention. And sometimes maybe we should put some little groups together. If not everybody can go, we could just have some representatives go and come back and let us know what's going on. Again, sharing is caring. It's time for us to catch up. It's no excuse to say we don't know anymore. I don't know, and shrugging your shoulders is not it anymore. The information is out here. It's time to catch up. It's time to catch up. We are our brand, guys. We have to make sure that we show up. Guess how I'm showing up today? I'm a brand ambassador. So I get little ducats off of each sale. I'm actually doing brand ambassador for this is Lock Jewelry and I love that one. That's like one of my favorites. Uniquely Crystal, and I'm also going to be helping her brand her actual social media. So I have the pleasure of doing that as well. So again, sharing is caring, and we have to make sure that we're showing up the best way that we can by making sure that we putting in that effort, holding ourselves accountable, and making sure that we're passing it forward in love. How do we show up in love? Sometimes you got to step back and love on yourself first, because when you don't love on yourself, how do you love on others? When you don't understand what's going on in your own mental because of things that didn't happen, or because you just never really paid attention. Self-care, that's where it starts. That's where it starts, is loving on yourself and paying attention on what you allow in your life. And how do you pay attention to that? Watch what you allow to come through them ears. Pay attention to what you allow to come into that intake. And that's just not music. That includes gossip. That includes your gossip from your sister, from your man, that pillow talk, from your woman, from your kid. That includes the negative talk, them friends that want to always nag about something or talk about something. That includes all of that. Don't allow anyone to be putting shit in your trash. Like, you got your own stuff that you gotta deal with, right? I know I do. So don't allow nobody else to dump their stuff in your trash. Be careful what you take in. Our subconscious is like 95, not, I think it was like off of studies, 90 or 95%. I think I wrote it down. Of our subconscious, it actually brings forth. Have you ever paid attention to how you thought about something so long, or thought about a person so long, next thing you know, they calling you, or next thing you know, you see them, or you think about a car that you want, and then now you see that car everywhere on the internet, at your friend's house, this place, that way. That's because your subconscious, you constantly was thinking about it. You constantly was thinking, and then you was listening to it. You was doing all of this research on it, and then you brought it to fruition. And your mind is even more powerful. You can actually own it, but you got to pay attention to how you utilize that brain. But as I'm talking about that, I want y'all to go ahead and tap into this other commercial. And this commercial is how playing an instrument, actually, playing instruments and how sounds affects your brain. Take a listen, and I'll be right back.
Did you know that every time musicians pick up their instruments, there are fireworks going off all over their brain? On the outside, they may look calm and focused, reading the music and making the precise and practiced movements required. But inside their brains, there's a party going on. How do we know this? Well, in the last few decades, neuroscientists have made enormous breakthroughs in understanding how our brains work by monitoring them in real time with instruments like fMRI and PET scanners. When people are hooked up to these machines, tasks such as reading or doing math problems each have corresponding areas of the brain where activity can be observed. But when researchers got the participants to listen to music, they saw fireworks. Multiple areas of their brains were lighting up at once as they processed the sound, took it apart to understand elements like melody and rhythm, and then put it all back together into unified musical experience. And our brains do all this work in the split second between when we first hear the music and when our foot starts to tap along. But when scientists turn from observing the brains of music listeners to those of musicians, the little backyard fireworks became a jubilee. It turns out that while listening to music engages the brain in some pretty interesting activities, playing music is the brain's equivalent of a full-body workout. The neuroscientists saw multiple areas of the brain light up, simultaneously processing different information in intricate, interrelated, and astonishingly fast sequences. But what is it about making music that sets the brain alight? The research is still fairly new, but neuroscientists have a pretty good idea. Playing a musical instrument engages practically every area of the brain at once, especially the visual, auditory, and motor cortices. And as with any other workout, disciplined, structured practice in playing music strengthens those brain functions, allowing us to apply that strength to other activities. The most obvious difference between listening to music and playing it is that the latter requires fine motor skills, which are controlled in both hemispheres of the brain. It also combines the linguistic and mathematical precision in which the left hemisphere is more involved, with the novel and creative content that the right excels in. For these reasons, playing music has been found to increase the volume and activity in the brain's corpus callosum, the bridge between the two hemispheres, allowing messages to get across the brain faster and through more diverse routes. This may allow musicians to solve problems more effectively and creatively in both academic and social settings. Because making music also involves crafting and understanding its emotional content and message, musicians often have higher levels of executive function, a category of interlinked tasks that includes planning, strategizing, and attention to detail, and requires simultaneous analysis of both cognitive and emotional aspects. This ability also has an impact on how our memory systems work. And indeed, musicians exhibit enhanced memory functions, creating, storing, and retrieving memories more quickly and efficiently. Studies have found that musicians appear to use their highly connected brains to give each memory multiple tags, such as a conceptual tag, an emotional tag, an audio tag, and a contextual tag, like a good internet search engine. So how do we know that all these benefits are unique to music, as opposed to, say, sports or painting? Or could it be that people who go into music were already smarter to begin with? Neuroscientists have explored these issues, but so far they have found that the artistic and aesthetic aspects of learning to play a musical instrument are different from any other activity studied, including other arts. And several randomized studies of participants who showed the same levels of cognitive function and neural processing at the start found that those who were exposed to a period of music learning showed enhancement in multiple brain areas compared to the others. This recent research about the mental benefits of playing music has advanced our understanding of mental function, revealing the inner rhythms and complex interplay that make up the amazing orchestra of our brain.
Mm, now that's deep, right? Now that's deep. Again, have you really paid attention to what you're putting in your brain? What you are allowing your brain to intake? You are what you listen to as well. Again, have you ever had that moment where you really sat back and was thinking about something so hard that it came to fruition, or you actually seen that individual, or you talk that person contacted you? I mean, that happened to me a number of times. So just understanding how powerful, your brain is, and how powerful your mind is, and how easily it is influenced, is how, if you can control that, you will be that much of a better person, that much of a better business owner, that much of a better spouse, mom, dad, and all that, because you will live that much more freer. You will not allow your emotions also to control the majority of your actions. And that's what's taking place with the mental right now, because we're being attacked on multiple different levels, you know. And when I say that, I mean we're being attacked through food. We're being attacked, so we're getting our immune system broken down, you know. We're getting attacked through frequencies, music, frequencies, holding these phones up to. Do you know how much radiation is happening by us holding these phones up? That's where the stones, for those that's not familiar with stones, that's where the stones come in. I keep them all over. Actually, my back, I'm having back problems, y'all. But I keep my stones everywhere. So that's where the stones also come in, natural stones. Just look it up. I'm not going to tell you too much because I'm a network junkie. I like for people to go actually tap into that matrix and utilize it for something good. Catch up, mustard. I'm just saying. I appreciate y'all for chiming in as always. I'm gonna always keep you updated to the latest what's happening. Is what's happening right now is we just having a conversation on how we need to show up and make sure, as we're showing up as our business, that we're showing up like we really want to. This is the matrix that we're living in right now. For some people would say that, oh, the world is ending. We're about to have the end days. These are them days already. The old world that we knew of does not exist anymore, people. We are living in the new ages now. We have the power to actually take advantage of this moment, though. We have an opportunity to change that narrative. We have an opportunity to change our households. Let's start in our own households. Let's not try to think so big of the whole world and the whole. Let's start with your household. You have the ability to change your household. Watch what you're eating. Yeah, y'all might not be like y'all, and because my kids, when I was like no more pork, they was what you mama you was, and I didn't force them, but then after a while I wasn't cooking it, so I guess that is a form of because I wasn't buying it either after a while. But again, now they understand, they don't even want to eat the poison anymore. Now I'm working on the beef, cutting it off altogether. Chicken, I don't really too much care for chicken as much as anymore. But yes, people say, well, you need protein. It's plenty of ways you can get proteins in vegetables and nuts and things like that. So it's different ways that you can get protein. And you don't necessarily, I'm not telling anyone to go vegan, not to go vegetarian. I'm just saying pay attention to what you're eating. Okay, let's make sure that we're not eating chickens as big as our own heads. Catch up, mustard. I'm just saying, let's not be fools out here. Let's make sure as we are listening to this music, remember, you got, I don't be liking to just tell you something. I like to really drop jewels. You see what the scientists, people that have studied, see what music does. That's another thing that I really was hoping that some of y'all caught. You need to get your children into playing instruments. Do you understand how it allows you to use more of your brain? Which is at the end of the day, it's going to make you be that much more greater. You're just that much more of a superhero in my eyes. I'm just saying, I like to make it make sense. What your network do? I just appreciate y'all as always. Let me look at my notes and just see what else I like to touch in. And y'all make sure y'all come back next week. I'm thinking I don't know what I'm gonna be talking about next week. I may have a guest come in next week, so just tune in and find out because I'm gonna always be keeping you updated to the latest what's happening throughout the week as well. And you can just go chime into the Network Junkie. That's DA.Network Junkie JUNKIE. Why? Because I get high off of this. I'm under new branding right now. I got some new merch on its way. I'm gonna be holding purses. I am doing a couple other things. I'm not gonna speak too prematurely, but we got some things going on. And I've learned to catch this is how I caught up, guys. I learned to not speak about everything that's going on because y'all know y'all the network and I vibe with y'all. So I'll be trying to like run over here and just celebrate with y'all. But not everybody, y'all know that sometimes as you grow, some your haters kind of grow as well, unfortunately. But that means you're doing something right. That's what I heard. So with that being said, I had to catch up a little bit because at first I used to be like, I don't care what nobody say, middle finger, all that, all that ratchet stuff. So as levels, that I have learned to grow into, and as I matured, as I crossed over to that 40, mark, and I'm not ashamed. I'm actually honored to have made 40, and I look forward to continuing on, but as I grow, different habits, different old habits will change. So I'm looking forward to people to say, Dana, you changed. I'm gonna be like, good. That's what I've been working on because we are who we say we are. So if you're still the same person that you was last year and you was aiming to be something greater, that means you didn't do something. You missed up a couple steps. It's time to catch up. Because I know I supposed to, in my head, I was actually in a couple more places right now, but due to Corona, just like a lot of other people, that year kind of, stepped into my goal plan that I have for myself and my business. So in doing so, I had to catch up a little bit. So and putting your hands in too much as well, So step away from your table and just look at your plate. Just look at your plate and see what all you have on your plate. And then as you pull out what's on your plate, see if it matches, if it even go together. Is it edible to eat together? Because that matters as well. If you got too much spread it out and too much heavy this and too much heavy that, it can give you a tummy ache, right? You got to pull it back from that table. So let's be mindful of taking care of self. Let's make sure we showing up, and let's make sure that it's okay to fall short sometimes, to miss it sometimes, but it's even better when you catch up. So I'm just saying, make sure you tap into the network again. We're going to be here every Monday from 9 to 10 right here on Simply Podcastic Groove Radio. Also on YouTube on Simply Podcastic and Instagram and Facebook. I'm just going through the notes real quick because I wanted to make sure I touched on everything before I get ready to break it up with y'all because I got a little remix for y'all. I want y'all to vibe out with. And yep. I think that's about it, guys. Yeah, just tapping into this social matrix is it's no joke. Help me out. Y'all make sure y'all call in next week and let me know what y'all would like to listen to, or just leave a comment below and just let me know, was this beneficial to you? Was this, would you able to take any of this information and apply it to your life and be like, you know what? I kind of do need to catch up a little bit on a couple things. Did I say a couple things to just make you go, you know? And if I did, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Make sure you go like and subscribe as well. Make sure you go follow my sponsors. That's again, Still Got Frames 2 on Facebook and Instagram, Cleaning to the T on Facebook and Instagram. And I gotta give a shout out to my girl, Miss Christy, Happy's Kitchen. And then we also have the Queen's Treasure Jewels on Facebook and Instagram. And then Uniquely Crystal got me together as well as always. And Delay Arts is definitely about to get ready to have us out here swagged out. Y'all about to love the new gear. And for the current merch, excuse me, you can actually go visit dngmediaproduction.com and you can actually pick up some of the current merch. I'm actually wearing right now one of the dresses. Yes, yes, yes. And that's the Network Junkie. And let me see, y'all. Just catch up. We out here. It's about to be Thanksgiving. Make sure you give. As y'all families are gathering. Coronavirus is definitely real, but again, practice your best protocols, which you should already know. Wash your hands. Don't let everybody all up in your face. Make sure y'all keep your children hands clean as well, because a lot of people just ignore the children. They just let the babies just run around and they touching more stuff than you touching. So make sure that we're keeping our children hands clean as well. Make sure you're having people take off their shoes at your door. You don't want to have people tracking in outside in your house. So it is about to be flu season as well, so make sure y'all taking care of your immune systems. Make sure you stock up on your herbs and spices. That's another thing I'm going to be bringing to you as well. I'm going to be a wholesaler for herbs and spices for another one of our clients. So yes, I am a brand ambassador. So if you have a brand that you would like for me to represent, definitely tap into the network. We can also call in 248. No, we're not going to call in for that. You can actually just DM me, and that's Dana. I'm over here. I think it's bedtime, y'all. It's da.networkjunkie, Junkie. Why? Because I get high off of this. I appreciate y'all again for chiming in, holding it down with me, catching up as we mustered on up out of here. We gonna vibe out with the mustard song, because I'ma believe that all of y'all took something and y'all caught up a little bit. So you're gonna catch up on them bills, right? Because we gotta make sure when we send people to our websites, these websites is actually open and able to be, people to actually purchase. Because I just came across that a few times, so I wanted to address it. And then also, let's just make sure as we're showing up as the brand that we say we are. So, our personality needs to match as well. I know myself. Sometimes I'm friendly, sometimes I'm not, and it because sometimes I have things going on in my head and sometimes I don't. Sometimes my plate is overly full. So that's why I have focused on the self-mastering. And as y'all join me as I dream out loud while living a dream, y'all gonna see me go up and down and up and down, but I'm here for it, and I'm hoping that you learn a lesson as well as I put this input into the matrix just for y'all. I'm for social justice. I want to see all of y'all financially stable, financially in a place that you can actually leave some inheritance behind for your babes and your babes. That's what we on. This generational. We gonna break them curses, y'all. But it starts with us. Let's continue to pray for our city. The mental of the people of Detroit is dying. The drugs that's being used, the music that's being listened to, the foods that's being devoured is tearing our people up. Let's wake up or die trying. That's all I can say at this point. Stand up, Detroit. It starts with us. Catch up, Mustard. Listen to this one track real quick. Y'all know I had to remix it real quick for you. One time for the one time. Who is it? Your girl, the Network Junkie, which is going to always keep you updated to the latest what's happening. And what's happening right now is we just dreaming out loud while living a dream. The latest what's happening is we just catching up, Mustard. Till next time. Gang, gang. Deuces. Run that track.
Go mustard, go mustard, ayy. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that. Mustard on the track, mustard on the track, yeah, yeah. Mustard on the track, mustard on the track, yeah, yeah. Must get on the track, must get on the track, yeah, yeah. Must get on the track, must get on the track, yeah, yeah. Mustard on the track, mustard on the track, yeah, yeah. Mustard on the track, mustard on the track, yeah, yeah. Must get on the track. must get on the track, yeah, yeah. Must get on the track, must get on the track, yeah, yeah. I got things I should find, and I got places to go. Always the first that's in line, cause I'm the fastest, you know. Moving faster than time, I'm like a car on the road. Zoom, zoom, I'm in a hurry, sorry mom, you're too slow. Bye, I'm not the one that you ever want to chase, and definitely not the one that you want to see in a race. I'm learning sometimes that it's actually good to pace, but if you ever see a big smile on my face, just say go mustard on the track, mustard on the track, yeah, yeah. Mustard on the track, mustard on the track, yeah, yeah. Must get on the track, must get on the track, yeah, yeah. Must get on the track, must get on the track, yeah, yeah. Mustard on the track, mustard on the track, yeah, yeah. Mustard on the track, mustard on the track, yeah, yeah. Must get on the track, must get on the track, yeah, yeah. Must get on the track, must get on the track, yeah, yeah.